Good morning. It's day 28. If my math is right, I've been on the trail about 20 minutes at this point. Really nice little campsite last night. I was surprised how many people managed to cram in there for it not really having a lot of flat tent spots. There's some additional tent sites up higher up on the trail, like you had to backtrack a few hundred yards, and oh, somebody lost their glasses. Look a little weather worn. To a nice little glade with like 6 or 8 tent spots and some good hammock trees, but I was able to find a spot down in the main shelter camping area. But a bunch of people showed up. I mean, I got there like after 5, and between 5 and sunset, you know, at least another half dozen people showed up. So today's plan is at least Standing Bear Farm, which is 10.5 miles, and leaving the Smokies at Davenport Gap. There's a campsite about 2 miles beyond Standing Bear Farm, but whether I hike on to there, I'll play it by ear. I'd love to get as close to Hot Springs as I can before the weather turns, so that's why I'm tempted to make it a 12 or 13 mile day and go into Painter Creek tent site. But I have a package to pick up and rebox and everything at Standing Bear, so we'll see. Oh wow, some pretty good views out that way with the sun hitting the mountains beyond. Arrived at the Mount Camerer Trail, which is over half a mile, so it adds like 1.2 miles if you take it. It's a neat little stone octagon, almost lighthouse shaped lookout tower. I've been there before and I've seen it. I know it's a cool tower to visit, but I think I'm gonna skip it today and take the right path. It's an episode of Dragon's Lair. Beep, boop, donk. And just to try to get to Standing Bear early enough to decide whether to push on or spend my time organizing my resupply. And you know, all downhill isn't necessarily a good thing. These downhills, both yesterday and today, are very like rubble strewn. These smallish rocks that are all pretty loose, and then very large steps, or just gentle downhills, but all the rocks are loose and small, medium-sized rocks. It's very rough on the feet and on the ankles, and you just have to pay a lot of attention on your individual footsteps or you'll end up twisting something. But on this particular one, the steps are really high, so that's pretty rough on the knees, grand scheme of things. There we go. There's a view. section's got a neat little rock wall. It just looks ancient. I'm at about 4,000 feet elevation here. I believe we were about 5,800 last night at Cosby Knob, and Davenport Gap Shelter is about 2,500, so that gives you an idea of how far we're descending. If you give me a second, I'll tell you how low we go today. I think at I-40 and the river crossing will be our low point for the day. Yeah, the Pigeon River Bridge, after we leave the Smokies, which is right next to I-40, is at 1357. Will be our low elevation on trail today. And then back up to like 1800 for Standing Bear Farm. All right, this is what my vegan lunch looks like on my last day in the Smokies. Tortillas, what is that, apricot preserves, squeezed peanut butter, mixed nuts. I was just noticing a sign that said, "Do not cook or eat in this shelter." I guess I ate at this shelter, not in this shelter. Maybe that's why the cage is still there. Well, that's it for the Smokies. So it should be right at 3 more miles from that point. Road walk today. Trick is to get to the top before you go anaerobic.
I know, right?
Woo! The shortcut would be up that gravel road. Oh man, is this your digs?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Hi.
Go look at it. Yeah, go ahead.
This part of the sales pitch.
I only have PayPal. I'm realizing no one takes PayPal anymore. It's like an extinct thing.
Except my mother.
I have some cash. I don't know if I have enough.
This is one of the cabins. Oh wow, real half timbering. Who'd have known? This must be one of the original.
What about breakfast in the morning? We do.
Totally. Gonna wash my $70 bra.
Washboard.
You're so gross. What am I like? What am I doing? You know?
You're washing your clothes.
Is that recycling or is that the pretty?
Recycling trash.
So it's not the pretty?
No.
Just squat over the hole. You decide you're going to camp here tonight?
Yeah, I've already set up down there by the goats. There's my setup. There's one of the tree houses you can rent. A bunk on top and a bunk on the bottom. And here's some of the goats. Hey goats. What's up?
Yeah, for sure. I hope so. Thank you for putting that on.
He's like a puppy, like.
What is this?
Puppy.
You saw this?
No, it's my buddy's dog.
Oh, rude.
Yeah.